Welcome to MCpodcast, aka Men of Culture Podcast, and in this video today we're talking about animes that didn't deserve a second season. Now we're gonna do a lot of hating in this episode, so if you don't fuck with it, watch the video anyways, because we're right about a lot of these animes. They did not deserve a second season. So if you like this type of video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it.
Our first anime will be Sword Art Online. Now, I can give you a billion one reasons why this anime should have gotten a second or third reason. But let's see. One, Gun Gale, complete ass. It just sucked. Why is Kirito the only one in a world of guns when we're supposed to get something different with a goddamn sword? Like, nothing changed his premise. Bro actually got a lightsaber, so I guess he kind of got an upgrade. But besides him becoming a twink femboy, like, what really changed or what really progressed the story? Nothing at all. It was just literally dead. Like, honestly, how many of you actually remember Gun Gale over Alicization? None of you. So moving on. Alicization. What was wrong with Alicization? Why should Alicization never been made? And here's a caveat to that. I think Alicization is the perfect sequel to SAO Season 1 and everything that happens beyond that, getting into the real development of the AI world and VR headset and VR gaming. But for whatever reason, we kind of strayed away from that and we went into a more grapier tone. I don't know why the author or whoever the animators had to make such emphasis and such like attention to all these grape scenes just to get trigger responses from audience or whatever, but they really serve no purpose. They could easily just get like a raging reaction out of Ezio or Kirito out of putting their lives in danger without the emphasis of rape, like he has done before. When Asuna died, bro tweaked out, bro clutched up, and he killed the creator of the game. Yeah, whatever his name was. But I think Alicization is really good outside of that. I think all the grape scenes really just leaves it very distasteful, and honestly it kind of drags on without the main character really being a functioning, character and human towards the later end. And with all just the grape scenes going on, it's just really hard to digest and really finish through. It starts off great, but it's just hard to finish. It's like Thanksgiving, bro. You're never gonna finish that plate of food.
All right, the next one on this list is Tokyo Ghoul. This manga should have never gotten season 2. Tokyo Ghoul season 1, people are already upset about how it was going, the pacing. And thinking about it, I fully understand. Season 2 made it even worse. As I've read the manga to Tokyo Ghoul, and the transition from Kaneki to Heisei, even the manga makes you confused, and the anime was even worse. It was absolutely dog shit. I think they did a terrible job at adapting a really great manga, and they just when you can't rush something like that, and they definitely did that. Not a good. Should have never got a season 2. We should have just left it on season 1.
Next on this list is Seven Deadly Sins. I really got some beef with this anime because the first season had such an exceptional start. It was compelling, like really well written. Feels like it had everything for it. And as soon as it had like demons versus humans, it had King Arthur, it had so many different ways to go with the story that it had. Yeah, it kind of digressed more and more into just fighting and just being oppressed by just random stuff. And the cast as a whole was super interesting at the start, and it kind of got stale throughout the show, just of how you knew how the characters were, what they were like, what they were gonna do. There was kind of some pointless beef going on a lot of the time with the characters when you're supposed to work together for a common goal. And I think there's also a problem of bringing your kids into the future seasons. I don't know, it just feels like you can bring that, like, so much energy and all of that put into a different season with a different story and a different cast, yet you kind of like overindulging in just that same kind of storyline. So I think Seven Deadly Sins had something going at the start. I think season 2 is not that bad, but it's definitely regressing worse and worse as it goes on. Just as a whole, the story kind of falls apart. And you're looking at like a 10,000 year love quest where you constantly die over and over and over again, and it just kind of lost my interest. And that's why I think Seven Deadly Sins should not get a season 2.
All right, for our next anime is gonna be Shield Hero. Now, Shield Hero, I love this anime. This anime is very good. And for the sole reason that I think it should not get a season 2 is that I feel like, again, the author, this is due to the author, no shame on the author, no shitting on the author whatsoever, but I feel like authors have, whether intentionally or unintentionally, have a premise and have a very strong premise. And I see this a lot in a lot of new animes where season 1 is amazing, they stick to that premise and everybody is captivated by that premise, and when we get nothing that progresses that premise into the next seasons, it just kind of falls apart. It's like, okay, what are we watching it for? If season 1 covered this premise and we're not continuing this premise, then everything that this anime was based on is already completed and taken care of. Like Shield Hero, it went from, you know, Nafumi being the shitty hero, pretty much. He's like G Rule song, bro. He's looked at as like an E-Ray hunter at that point. He's the shield hero. He's scum. He's weak. Whatever. Nobody cares about the shield hero. Nobody likes the shield hero. He has to earn his status quo. He has to earn that recognition, even though by right, being one of the mighty heroes, he should have had that off rip. He had to earn that. He had to go through being falsely accused of things that he did not do, and attempted to be persecuted, but he thrived above that and got the recognition that he got, and he got his justification, and he got his justice. So I don't see how season 2 topples or continues on after that, besides just being like, I don't know, like farming simulator. Like honestly, like the anime just turns into like farming simulator. Like bro, like I'm actually like playing like an RPG now, and I'm just like farming crops. Like this is no different from like Clash of Clans or something like that. Like he just gets valuable items, buys more slaves, and that's it. Like there's nothing of significance that makes you want to watch the anime anymore.
The plot development wasn't linear. It just kind of went down.
Yeah, it just fell off. There's no real plot going on, and that's my kind of point on the whole season 2 and so on with the anime.
All right, guys, this is an easy one. Smartphone in Another World. All right, if you guys have not seen this anime, it's legit about he gets killed by accident through lightning. And you know, he meets God, Kami-sama, whatever he is, and he's basically given, we'll help you out, we'll throw you some powers. This is how it's gonna work. Bro comes down to Earth, has every single magic ability, every single unique ability, and he has a smartphone that kind of autocasts every type of magic. So, not only that, but it's very cliche. All the scenes, he saves the chicks. Obviously, the chicks like him. Boom, move on. Later on, it's like, his harem, like, it consists of kids, and I think the problem with this whole premise is isekais do this, and we're going to talk about this later in the episode, that isekais have a problem with just throwing just content at people and expecting people to like it and enjoy it, and somehow it's working. Like, it's still coming out. But seriously, guys, this has a second season after bro just taps his phone to do magic. There's no plot development. There's no greater issue. There's no nothing he needs to fight. It's just a kind of a slice of life. This is what his life is, and this is what you're going to see. And my beef with that is because, like, dude, there's so much better shit out there. Why can't we focus on, more development of just better stuff? Yet we're focusing our energy, especially studios, on stuff like this. The next one on this list is my instant death ability is so overpowered. Now, this one doesn't actually have a second season. I just have a problem with it as a whole, just because it's literally to the point what it is. He can, 1, sense if you have any hostility towards you, and 2, insta-kill you. So legit, throw all your worry and problems out the window because no one can fucking kill you. And he goes out this world just murking everybody, let alone this guy is kind of like an issue in the real world. So this guy was a phenomenon in the real world, like in the regular world. He got isekai through a bus, through a tunnel. We already have this issue with cliches and redundant shit. But it goes into something like, they try to add comedic value to that, but also adding seriousness to the plot where you have nothing to worry about if you have an instant death ability. And the whole show is about him just roaming the world and just killing everything, bro. No hesitation. His classmates, zombies, other people, monsters, just like whatever it is in his way, he's just gonna kill it. And it's like it kills the whole like adventureness you get from animes. It kind of sets you aside and puts you in a new world where you kind of experience that with the character. But with this, it's just like you're watching pictures move on a screen. You don't feel anything from it.
Like I said, there is no significant struggle. There is no significant story. There is, I do this, I get reaction. That's it.
It's pretty like simple. I hate how it does it. Like you could make a compelling plot and make a great story, but I think people are just like, let's put something out there. People will watch it, and we're just gonna leave it. And it's been working. So
yeah. So next anime on this list is Promised Neverland. This anime, obviously, we know it should never got a season 2. And to this day, I hate Cloverworks, the studio that made Promised Neverland, because of the fact that they decided to stuff over 80 chapters into 12 episodes, and then the episode 12 was a slideshow of all the events that happened. No, don't get me wrong. Promised Neverland, the manga, was it perfect? No, but it had great moments. Season 1 of Promised Neverland is amazing, and I can recommend it to a bunch of people. But season 2 was just damn right disrespectful. Like it infuriates me that we watched that shit and the animation was ass, the story was garbage, and the pacing was terrible. It should never got a season 2. Honestly, I wish that I'd rather it just be season 1. Like I wish it never got a season 2 at all. It hurts my soul to even talk about this anime because I love the manga, and they shitted on it. They got rid of the best arc of the season. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, I could talk about this forever. But yeah, this anime pisses me off. Cloverworks, whoever was the production of Promised Neverland season 2, fuck you.
All right, the next anime on this list is Strike the Blood. Now this may be a more of a low key, like you had to like kind of like seek it out or like come across it. So I don't expect a lot of people to know of this anime, but if you go watch this anime after I explain my reasonings, you will understand why. And I want you, if you go watch this anime after I talk about it, count how many times they say this phrase. So for those of you who probably don't know Strike the Blood, because they're not as like, it's not as well known out there as all these other animes. Strike the Blood is about this dude who essentially becomes a vampire, and this dude and this what's it called, female who is like a monster vampire hunter or like whatever, right? Typical. These two ended up coming together, somewhat teaming up, and they go to the same school. I believe it's been a while since I watched the anime. But the main problem with not only the anime, but it having a season 2 is, again, there is no real like progression besides like, I guess, potential romance between them, between the woman and the protagonist. But it is so insignificant, like you really get nowhere with the two characters. And then there's just a mix of random other female characters that just like, okay, I like you too now. Okay, you're in your room by yourself. I'm gonna try some risque stuff with you. Oop, the girl that I main like caught me. Oh shit. Like it's just that kind of stuff. There's no like real significance to like, oh, the dude's a vampire or she's a vampire monster hunter or whatever kind of thing. Like all that is stale, all that is dry. They say the same fight lines every single fight. By the way, cue montage. I promise you, the voice actors did not say that every single time. They recorded that bitch one time. They're like, all right, well, Frank, I think this is good enough. All right, see you in 12 weeks. Thanks for your voice. Bro, copy and paste. yes, or in the English version, this is my fight. The guy will be like, and it'll be like, the girl will come in and be like, no, senpai, this is our fight. There was one time where they had me. I thought they were gonna say something different, but it was the same thing every single time. No change in intonation, no emotion behind it. Just stale. Just Bob at fucking McDonald's asking you what your order is. Just as generic as that person asks you what your order is at McDonald's, bro. That's how they say this shit every single time. It gets old. It gets annoying, and honestly, that's all I remember from the anime. No, that is literally the only sentence that I remember from the anime, because they say it every episode. There's no real premise. The fights are kind of just mid. Like the fights are so bad. It's not even.
Let me see this real quick. This dude gets his powers by sucking human blood. So you can see where this is going with all the female protagonists, or heroines. Obviously, each different person he sucks their blood, he gets a new addition of the powers that he has. So he's a new vampire. He sucks the blood of a human. He gets a sanction of that power. And basically, he's super strong, but he fights all these other strong beings on that island because it's a monster island. But, let me kick her, the only thing that ever does anything for him is his abilities, which he only unlocks through sucking blood. So he just says one thing, I'll summon you, wreaks havoc, and then that's it. That's the solution. It's just sucking somebody's blood and killing them. But so the premise is the same. Not only do they repeat the same voice lines, but they repeat the same actions. That's the problem with the show.
Alright, so the next one is Rental Girlfriend. Now, personally speaking, I think Rental Girlfriend should continue to have more seasons. It's what, season 5? Season 4? I love Rental Girlfriend, to be honest. But I understand that a lot of you guys don't really fuck with the Kazuya method. I don't mess with the method either. I don't subscribe to the method.
He's a simp.
Anyways, anywho, the method that Kazuya uses to get the girls aren't really that good, and he's lacking a bag, but it just works somehow. Like, he just be getting to it, and I understand he's not a good character. He's very flawed. He's kind of a wuss.
No progression.
The lack of progression is a problem, but the anime does a better job of progressing it than the manga. So that being said, does it deserve a season 2? Probably not. It should have never gotten as many seasons as it does. But obviously we know that people of Japan fuck with that show heavy for a reason, because they know the method doesn't work, but they might believe it. You could believe.
I think the thing is where, like, so like, to the difference between like an American audience and a Japan audience. This is what you gotta understand about anime. It's a reflection of, you know, Japanese culture and Japanese dating and how people approach those kind of things in Japan. In America, like, you go to a bar, like, you're gonna go rizz up a girl. You see a bad girl, you're gonna rizz her up. You got a crush on a girl, you're not gonna withhold that crush. Like, you know, I'm just not gonna tell her for the rest of my life. I'm just gonna admire her from a distance. Like, no offense to the Japan audience. I'm just saying that's what y'all animes are depicting of y'all. But how we approach in America is different. How people approach women in Japan, as far as I believe, and as far as what I know, and like, especially in like the high school aspect or the school life aspect, Japanese people and culture are less indirect about going up to crushes. Normally they'll leave like omiyages, which is like a gift, or just like a souvenir, to the people that they like, and they just don't like blurt it out straight up. They're less direct. That's the only thing I say, and that's crazy. That's why this anime is probably going in a roundabout way to get to, you know, the love or whatever that everybody's expecting.
They got to the love. I'm just not gonna lie. The method just ain't worth it. The method is a method that's unknown and hasn't been proven to work yet.
Bro, this method is being the main character of a fake show. That's the method. No other dude will bag a chick this way. You don't rent a girlfriend. I'm sorry.
And then
that's just not.
Rinse her up? What you mean? He rented her?
Bro, their job is to act fake, bro. You're not gonna rizz up somebody who don't get. Anyways, on the next on this list is Goblin Slayer. This one, season 2, bothered the hell out of me because season 1 was so great, so impactful, so like it just so well done. It is wild. Don't get me wrong. The first episode will catch you off guard. There's some shit that happens, some grotesque stuff, but it had a solid plot, solid hold, had some twists, kept the action. Main character was super sick. Season 2 rolls around. It feels like it's an entirely different set. Malik was talking about how, you get that progression, you get this premise, you follow the plot, and then season 2 comes and it feels like it just falls off a cliff. There's nothing that puts the plots forward. Nothing that you feel like is progressing in any way besides just stuff happening. And this one is like a slice of life almost. It went from a very actiony, gory show to one that's like happy-go-lucky, like we'll help you out, camaraderie. And it's like, I don't know where it took the twist. And that's why this one bothers me.
For anybody who ever wanted a Goblin Slayer season 2, you just wanted Goblin Slayer season 2 to get the SAO Alicization treatment. That's all you wanted. Just don't lie. That's literally all you dirty bastards wanted.
This is the end of the video. This is our list of animes we thought should not have gotten a season 2. Some of these are hot takes. Some of these are looking back, hindsight being 2020, as in the animes we wanted to get season 2s, but they were so ass that we wish they didn't get them at all. And anyways, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. We are 4 subscribers away from 300. Let's get to that point. And that is pretty much it. Stay tuned for some of the next videos are coming out. I've been really slow on this editing shit lately, but I'm gonna be back on my grind. Anyways, stay metaculture, people. One metaculture. MC Podcast signing out. Peace.